Hey there, Elior back again. So, I haven't done a video in a little while because my room is a mess and I keep thinking I'm gonna clean it up and then I'll do another video, but I haven't. Like, every time I clean up part of it, new mess is happening. So, I just gave up. Welcome to my mess. Hi. Transition. I am 6.5 months on tea. Um, I I feel like my face has changed a little bit. It's kind of funny, like it hasn't changed drastically, but I do feel when I look in the mirror, I feel like I look more masculine now. I don't know if it's purely psychological, um, like placebo effect kind of thing, or if actually my face has changed shape a little bit. I am not really getting facial hair, but I've got like three whiskers that keep growing in, just like three whiskers that will suddenly be like super long. And I actually have to shave them because otherwise they're like, so I'm hoping that shaving will encourage the hair growth. Because like when you shave the hair, it seems to come back. I don't know if that's a myth or not. I'm also, let me grab this, which is back here. So somebody recommended, boop. Can you read that? Castor oil. Yeah, that's. Um, Somebody recommended castor oil for hair growth. Um, and the person that I saw recommending this was using it on their face. They were putting it in like a beard cream that they were putting on their face. And they also had it in their aftershave, which is like Old Spice Original apparently has castor oil in it. Um, but I went to the store and I found this, which is actually in the women's hair uh, section, and they they market it for like putting in your scalp and putting on your eyebrows and your eyelids for your eyelashes too. Um, and the instructions for this one say put it on for 1 hour and then wash it off. Um, I don't think that there's any problem with leaving it in, but certainly when I put it in my hair, like on my scalp, because I, my dad had like a bald spot right here. So I'd love to avoid that if that's possible. So that's why I'm doing that on the scalp. So when I do it on my scalp, obviously it gets my hair oily and so definitely like an hour, sometimes 2 hours later, I'll take a shower and wash my hair. And I also have been putting it on my face in like the beard and mustache area. I don't know, maybe it's snake oil as opposed to castor oil. We shall see. Uh, and honestly, the fact of the matter is, um, I don't think any of my siblings or uh, male bodied offspring grew facial hair in their like early adolescent years. I think Noe, my oldest kid, who's got like a beard, he actually like brushes his beard. um, I think he was in his, you know, like mid 20s when finally he could grow anything respectful, of a beard. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get any kind of facial hair growth. Whatever. So, one thing that I would like to do soon is post about clothing and binding because you probably have noticed that I am a large guy. I'm a large guy with a large chest, which doesn't bind well. Uh, and so I'd like to kind of show you some of the things that I found, brands that I found for clothes, and how I deal with sort of binding versus not binding. The fact of the matter is, when I'm at home, I rarely bind at home. And even when I'm going out, I I only bind sometimes. Uh, and part of that is because uh, unless I'm wearing multiple layers, uh, binding just makes me look like I have smaller tits as opposed to having a masculine chest. So I'll get more into that in another video. I'm going to see if maybe my son or my daughter-in-law will do camera for me in not this room so that we can do several shots and I can show different clothes and different binding and what I look like in different things. Um, so the other thing that I wanted to touch on today, let me grab the YouTube. So I was watching, I may be pronouncing his name wrong. I think you pronounce his name Hoagie. I should have gone and found a video where he says his name. But Hoagie Jay, I'll put a link to his channel down below. He did a video a while back about, you know, being a fat trans man and fatphobia in medicine and in getting clothes, and how, you know, on YouTube you see all these skinny or average weight guys, and their transitions are so quick, and they like boom, 2 months on testosterone and they already pass. And everybody has this image that trans women have to do a lot of work before they can pass, and, you know, possibly have multiple surgeries before they can pass. But on the flip side, trans men just take you know, magical hormone and boom, they pass. In reality, I know some trans women who passed before they even started HRT. Like, they just, all they had to do was grow their hair out, and it was like, oh, it's a woman. And then there's guys like me who I don't know when I'm ever gonna pass. I suspect that once I get top surgery, I will pass. But I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to get top surgery at this stage, because I've got other medical things I have to take care of first. In this particular case, it's not just about my weight. I've got some other medical stuff, which I will probably talk about sometime after next week, because I'm going in for a procedure next week, and that will kind of determine, or should determine, the trajectory of the rest of that particular situation. So when I know more, I will tell you all about it. So back to the fat stuff. Yeah, it is harder to get clothes. Whether you're a large woman or a large man, it is harder to find clothes. This shirt that I've got on, though, I found at Target. So, yeah, sometimes you can find some stuff, right? I find that in some things I can get into a 2X, and other things I need the 3X. What that means is that ordering things online is a pain in the tuchus, because I can order something, think it's going to be great, and then it shows up, and no. And then I have to, you know, send it back and go through all that nonsense, and it's just not fun. But, you know, it's the pandemic, and so actually physically going shopping is a lot harder. It's A, the pandemic, and B, I live in a small town. So, like, there's just not a whole lot of shopping options here. I can go south about 20 minutes and there's a giant Walmart. And yeah, I think that's it. Uh, there's like a couple of women's boutique shops in downtown. There used to be a Macy's in town, but the Macy's is no longer there. So I don't think that actually in town there's any place to get men's clothing of any sort other than the Walmart that's actually one town over. Wow. Yeah, so it's an hour ish, an hour and a bit drive to the closest place with like malls and places to shop for stuff. I went to the Men's Warehouse to get formal clothes when my dad passed away. And they were awesome. I just want to say, if you're a trans man and you need formal clothes, Men's Warehouse are great. I was really worried, especially because this area is pretty conservative, and the town where the Men's Warehouse is actually even more conservative than where I live. And so I was kind of scared walking in there, going like, how are they going to treat me? But I walked in there, they asked me what I needed. I explained that my dad had just passed away. I recently started transitioning and I have no formal clothes and I need something for the funeral. They didn't even blink. They were just like, okay, let's measure you and figure out what we should get you. And they were super helpful and had, you know, fashion advice as well as like budgeting advice. They were great. So, yes, that's on the expensive side because it's formal clothes, but that's a recommendation there. I've been able to get a few things in 2X and 3X men's at Walmart, and when I was over in Seattle, I got this at Target. But again, it's like you gotta try it on or else be ready to come back. If you can't try it on because pandemic, you got to be ready to come back and return it, because sometimes the things you think are going to fit aren't going to fit, and you're not going to find a whole lot of variety. I hate to say Amazon because that's the worst, but the fact of the matter is Amazon. I found a lot of stuff on Amazon looking up big and tall. It's really annoying because you look up big and tall and it gives you a few things in big and tall, and then it gives you a lot of stuff that isn't big and tall. So you have to be patient and go through it. But I have found some affordable clothing of various types for myself on Amazon. Yeah, those are the places that I've shopped mostly. Yeah. Like I said, I'll do another video where I actually show you some of the pieces of clothing, and what I like about them, and kind of, maybe give some hints to somebody else. The layering thing, by the way, it does work. It does help, to hide the fact that you can't be flat. But I'll show you that in the other video. God, I'm rambling. So we're 13 minutes in. I don't want to go too much longer. What else? I don't really have much other news. I feel like my voice is sounding even a little bit different than the last time I made a video. And then the final piece of news is I have a new YouTube channel called Bash the Command Line. It's actually a new version of an old YouTube channel because under my dead name I had Bash the Command Line, which, like, I deleted all the videos off of there, and I'm starting to redo everything with my new voice. And the first thing I'm starting out with is a series of introduction to the Linux command line. So if you happen to want to learn how to use Linux, or maybe you know Linux but you'd like to get a little bit more advanced on some things, the video, for instance, that I just recorded today is all the advanced, well, not all, but many advanced things that you can do with tar. I did another video earlier this week that was about Chmod and how the ancient creators of the permission system for Unix and Linux knew and proved to the world that the devil can't hurt you. It's not for real, it's tongue-in-cheek, but the permissions for 666 are a real thing. Go check it out if you're interested in Linux at all. I'll have I don't know where the linkies go, but it'll be there. Yeah, that's it for today. I'll try to be better about doing update videos. Bye.